It is the second Saturday of January, and playoff football is among us. Welcome, everybody, to NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. The opening game of the 2025 postseason. Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers back in the big dance, alongside first-year head coach here in LA, Jim Harbaugh. Ready today to be hosted by the Houston Texans, two-time defending champs of the AFC South, led by C.J. Stroud, looking for another wildcard win under the belt of D'Amico Ryans, despite a brutally injured team in the last couple of weeks. Good to have you guys join me for the opening game of 6 total. We will go through this week to determine who will beat whom in the divisional round of the postseason. These two teams, not a lot of playoff success between them both. The Texans, one of just a couple of teams, actually might be the only team to never make a conference final game. So they have made it only to the divisional round a couple of times in their franchise history. As for the Chargers, a lot of recent unsuccess, for lack of a better term, as we are underway at NRG Stadium, with the Chargers beginning with the football, and Justin Herbert starts drive number 1 from his own 27-yard line. It was a year in between for Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers, as Brandon Staley got fired this offseason, and a fresh start with Jim Harbaugh sees them back in the postseason as a 5 seed again, taking on an AFC South opponent. Welcome, everybody, joining me. Centoriu, Lav, Eagles Pro, Chili, Diehard, Fitz fan, Exoff, everybody else joining me throughout. As Danny comes in on the back end as well. Good to have you guys with me. Looking forward to a big week of streams, and we're underway here in Houston. As Justin Herbert on 1st and 10 will check it down left side and pick up 8 on his opening completion. Justin Herbert quietly having a really good season. Obviously, a lot of good quarterbacks this year, including a couple of rookies in Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels. I was talking to a buddy of mine about those two earlier. I think Jaden Daniels will probably win Rookie of the Year, but Bo Nix will be a close second. Obviously, you got your Joe Burrows, your Lamar Jacksons, and your Josh Allen still absolutely balling this year. But Justin Herbert, a quietly successful name, as the first down's picked up by J.K. Dobbins, a former Baltimore Raven, in his first year with the bolt on his helmet. Toe with the tackle at the 36-yard line, and actually they're going to rule no forward progress because this game doesn't understand how that works, which will make it 3rd and just about a yard. What up, Brandon Marks? So an early important play here for LA as they hand off to Gus Edwards, another Ravens back, and this time officials will bless them with a first down run. Got the Texans for an upset in Madden. I would not be too surprised. Actually, wouldn't really be a Madden upset. I believe the Texans have a significant advantage in terms of overall, but other than that, better than with the flu. Oh, man, that sucks. But yeah, this is perfect timing. So everything kind of works out, I guess, in that way, as the Texans sense of pressure. Not going to work out, though, and this is going to go the distance. It's Will Dissly inside the 20, into the end zone. The Chargers strike first as lightning hits NRG Stadium. 61 yards on the 4th play of the drive. Justin Herbert finds his tight end on a sellout blitz from Houston, and the Chargers on the board in the wild card. Looking to maybe not blow a 24-point lead this year to an AFC South team, like they did 2 calendar years ago on what many consider a forgetful day for Charger fans. There you have it. Would have won your league? That sucks, man, dude. Fantasy has just frustrated me so much. I watched Jake Moody hit a 51-yarder in a meaningless game in Week 18 against the Cardinals. If only he did that last week, I would have won the MSG Top League, but it is what it is, as the extra point from Decker, the kicker, splits the uprights, so the Chargers take a 7-0 lead. Just a minute and a half into this one. How about it? Good start to this game. Yeah, as previously mentioned, we got a stacked week of streams. This is one of 8 total. We have all 6 Super Wildcard Weekend streams coming up between today and Saturday afternoon. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, I believe, are the college football streams. Actually, it might be Tuesday, Wednesday. I think it is tomorrow and Wednesday. We're going to have Notre Dame, Penn State at 7 p.m.-ish tomorrow. And then Ohio State, Texas at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday or 7 o'clock Wednesday. I'm really not sure which game I'm going to stream when, but probably not going to commentate those. I don't really know a lot of college players, so I don't think College Football 25 has awful commentary like Madden usually does. Could have just told you how bad Jake Moody was. I mean, hey, you're not wrong. But watching him go out there and miss not one but 2 50-plus yarders, that hurt my soul. It did not sit right with me. And so C.J. Stroud and the Texans begin their opening drive from the 25-yard line. Here goes Joe Mixon. Former Bengal hits the sideline, and he's got a big gainer with a stiff arm into Charger territory. Derwin James dumps him out of bounds, but not before a 32-yard pickup up to the 43-yard line of L.A. This is a knight in shining armor, if I have to say so myself, with Joe Mixon having a really good season for this Houston offense. A heavily injured Houston offense that saw the dismissal of Stephon Diggs, and late in the season, Tank Dell really feeling the injuries late in this year, but got a good momentous win against the Tennessee Titans to end the year against a fellow AFC South opponent. C.J. Stroud still slinging the football down the field and finds his main man, Nico Collins. Big time pass downfield that time for Houston. And they emerge inside the red zone. Actually, I got that wrong. That was Robert Woods on the catch, not Nico Collins. 2-12 is a handoff here to Joe Mixon. Gains a yard on his second carry. Takedown touchdown incoming, if only he was not injured. I actually felt so bad when he got hurt against Kansas City. Yeah, without him, Nico Collins going to have to step up big time in this one. As he lines up at the top of the screen, John Mechie Jr. on the bottom. And ball's going towards the bottom of the screen, caught by Dalton Schultz. One of three tight ends that see action on this Houston offense. And he will make it a 3rd and 1 scenario. Got to save tacos for Taco Tuesday. Come on now. Isn't that what LeBron said? Something like that. Something along those lines, as Stroud will hand off again up the middle to Mixon, and he's got a hole looking for the end zone. Just a yard short. He will take a goal to go at the 1. And there you have it. Mixon touchdown incoming, most likely. Rebuilding San Diego State and NCAA 25. I got to rebuild some more teams. I was mid-Colorado rebuild before I kind of hopped off the game a little bit. It's a first goal here for Houston, and a handoff to Mixon. He will finish the drive off. Both teams open up with touchdowns to begin their Super Wildcard weekend afternoons. And after a game in our stream between the Vikings and Lions that ended up being surprisingly low scoring, we are treated to maybe a shootout here on a Monday evening for a game that'll take place on a Saturday afternoon. Extra point up and good for Cammy Fairbairn, who has been struggling this season. Tying this game at 7 apiece. Good response there from Houston. And so Justin Herbert now looking to replicate his opening drive on their second. J.C. Horn pick incoming. Gotta happen. If that's not the top comment of every Panthers game, I don't want it. Feel bad for the Dolphins. Lost to a poverty Jets team to lose their chances now. Tyreek Slaven, coaching staff is staying. Yeah, man. Bad time to be a Dolphins fan, not going to lie. Not going to lie. It's rough. They got it bad. I think the Colts got it pretty bad, too. They're in a very similar situation as a return is fumbled and picked up by Houston. Ladd McConkey leaves that one on the ground. The Chargers fumble the kickoff. Houston takes over at the 28-yard line. And that is the twist of the tail midway through the opening quarter. And Santori, you spoke at perhaps the worst possible moment. Well, the world needs a Ladd McConkey touchdown the most. He fumbles it away. Lions playing Vikings, no way they don't make the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, if they play like that, Jahmyr Gibbs may as well win MVP next season. Stroud has all the time in the world, going to step up now and take off, and he is near the line to gain inches short when he started his slide. And that'll bring up second inches. That was incredible, Dolphins fan, not going to lie. Kind of a surreal moment for me, but yeah, that was very awesome. Was down in the front row for the Ohio State-Michigan State game a couple nights ago. A lot of fun. Looking forward to going back here in a couple of days, maybe. Pitch right side is going to mix it again, it looks like, and he will shed off a tackler for just enough to move the chains. Only a yard, but good enough for the Houston offense as they look to double up on their score. Kevin Harlan next. Hey, man, if he wants to do some college ball, I don't see why not. She does for CBS, so we'll see. Keep a close eye on Nico Collins at the top of the screen. No targets yet for him. Don't expect that to last long, though. Man in motion. And this is Robert Woods on the touch pass, and that is going for just a yard on his second reception. The MSG Gus Johnson collab would feed. It really would. But no, in all seriousness, very cool guy. Very good to meet him. Very fun indeed. Chargers trying to put their foot in the ground, make the first stop of this game. Once again, Nico Collins giving separation. Stroud looking across the middle, finds Dalton Schultz. He'll pick a 5. 3rd and 4 now. Coming up. Hey, next up, coming up now is the Super Bowl. I got assigned my schedule to work that. For those of you that don't know, I am going to the Super Bowl here in about a month to work that event through my school. Looking forward to that. Super excited. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Stroud fires to the end zone, and he will connect with guess who? Nico Collins. And Houston takes their first lead of the wild card. Was not going to be long before he opened up, and he really has been open all game. Stroud just never found him until he looks to the end zone and sees his Michigan man wide open. Mike Bree next. That would be crazy. That would be awesome. Got to club with Tom Brady. May as well teach him a thing or two. Hey, you know what? I am down. Fairbairn's extra point up and good. High-scoring first quarter, and we are not even close to being done with it. Texans take advantage of the special teams miscue and are able to take a 14-7 lead with 3:24 to go in the first quarter. So now Justin Herbert, assuming the special teams allows him to, looking to respond with a tie game if possible. See what happens though. Eric Collins, heck yeah. Love some Eric Collins. If I had to say though right now, I think Kevin Harlan might be my GOAT. Nobody calls the game like Kevin Harlan. And a return this time, not for Ladd McConkey, as he has not trusted Darius Davis that time with the return out to the 32. 3:20 remains in the opening quarter. Could use some cough drops. Well, hey, at this rate, Ladd McConkey's got you with the drops part. Don't know about the cough drops, but we'll see. As there's the offensive stats matched up, Houston barely edging the LA Chargers as they look to take over that number. And the scoreboard here with J.K. Dobbins off the left side. Nothing going there. Well read by this Houston front seven, who again has not been the healthiest this season. They're just trying to find a way to last as long as possible. Kevin Harlan is the best, but Eric Collins is the only thing good about the Hornets right now. That and LaMelo. I would agree, though. Brandon Miller, too. He's pretty solid. 2nd and 9, handoff to Gus Edwards, following blockers and going nowhere. Lucky to have gained 3 yards on that carry. Derek Stingley Jr. with the tackle. 3rd and a half dozen coming up, and the Houston faithful getting on their feet here in the Lone Star State. 2nd consecutive season they have hosted a wild card game, beating Cleveland last year in beatdown fashion. A couple of pick sixes thrown by Joe Flacco, looking for one here on Herbert. Down the right side he goes. Pass is brought in by Hayden Hurst, and it will be a first down. Drive continues for LA. Now, this Jim Harbaugh-led offense has turned a different leaf from last year. They struggled desperately. Justin Herbert and Brandon Staley never on the same page. Really, you can feel that presence since the end of that wild card game, really the second half against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But Jim Harbaugh obviously has great NFL and college experience at the coaching level, as that screen passes out to Dobbins. And he'll find 10 yards of green grass out to the left side. But Jim Harbaugh has done incredibly in his first year here in Los Angeles. Joe Alt has been a sensational rookie as well. Very slept on. Simply because he's an offensive lineman. Not a flashy position, but he does it well. Once again, a moving of the chains for Los Angeles. A 1st and 10 handoff to Edwards. Left side, he's got room up the sideline, and nobody is there until about the 7, which he is pushed out there after a pickup of 27 yards. 1st and goal coming up for LA. Great run blocking from this Charger offensive line. And they have been helping their running backs succeed near the red zone all season long. And right there is no exception. Edwards out. Dobbins in. Quentin Johnston, one-on-one up top by the numbers. And it's a handoff to Dobbins. Nobody in front of him. He walks to the end zone. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns to this one. Fireworks to start off the wild card weekend. J.C. Horn, anytime passing touchdown, minus 10,000. Because why not? No love for Ladd. Going to be a lot of rushing near the red zone of this game, I have a feeling. Not too shocked about that. We'll catch you later, Danny. Dicker the kicker on for the extra point. With less than a minute to go in this quarter, it's up and good. Chargers tied the game at 14 apiece on a longer and more methodical drive led by Justin Herbert. This Chargers team, definitely their marquee win of the season was that game against the Denver Broncos, a game that they had to have late in the year that essentially sealed their postseason berth. Although they would officially do it a week later at New England against a team we thought was tanking. But all of a sudden gave up the number 1 overall pick after the Raiders did 2 weeks before that, and the Giants did a week before that, bringing the Browns up to number 2. How about it? What up, SM? Return taken here from the 5-yard line of Houston out to the 28. And that is where C.J. Stroud will start a little bit longer of a drive here. What's up, Fire Fees? And here we go. Now that my team is out of the playoffs, I'm going to feel bad for the fans whose team loses in the wild card, except for Eagles. I will be rooting for probably Baker Mayfield, because why not? Gotta love my former franchise quarterback. Final minute of the opening quarter here in Houston. And a quick pass right side is blown up by Derwin James. Have a feeling that was a mishap on the part of the Houston offense. Looked like maybe a double pass at first, almost caught me off guard, but really just a screen pass that was missing a blocker, I believe, at the end of it. It'll loss of 5 on the play. Bunch formation up top now for Houston. That's Stroud with a 3-step drop and a fire down the middle. Caught by Schultz. He'll gain 9 yards on 2nd and 15. Yeah, Giants really fumbled that away. Like, really, really bad, actually. Bryce Young is playing really good football right now. Happy for him, happy for Panther fans. Feel like they maybe didn't enjoy the first half of the season, but hey, you guys were competitive and you won a lot of really, actually good games down the stretch. Good way to cap off the year, too, with an overtime win in Atlanta. High scoring, your offense looks great. Fix that defense, and hey, maybe stick it to a postseason spot next year. Why not? Stroud off the drop back, finds Schultz again. His security blanket so far on this one falls forward for a Baker's dozen. As C.J. Stroud cook it up to begin the second quarter. On the opening play there, moves the chains, keeping the Houston drive moving. Got no dog in the playoffs, rooting for the Lions, Ravens, Bills, and Commanders for different reasons. Fair enough. I'll pull for Washington, too. Winner of that game between them and Tampa. I don't see why not. Little check down left side to Schultz as he breaks 1 tackle. There goes Schultz up the sideline. Can anybody catch him? Brought down by Alomia, I believe, at the 28. Believe it or Jaden Daniels. I was not too certain about him until the Browns faced him, and then I was like, hey, you know what? He might be the real deal. Maybe, just maybe. And I think he is Rookie of the Year. What a first half of the season he had. Didn't really fall off, I would say, but lessened out as the season went on. Stroud's got all day to find somebody, and instead's going to do it himself up the middle, sliding down and taking a defender with him at the 15-yard line. Gain of 13 again, and this C.J. Stroud-led offense is dialed in right now. Nothing stopping them at all. Hot take about Carolina, I don't even remember what yours was, to be honest. But I'm assuming must have been like an 0-17 season. Left side handoff to Mixon, looking for the pylon, and he is shut down at the 3-yard line. But again, another first down. I think that is 4 in a row for this Houston offense. Hard to stop them with all the momentum in their favor. Bryce Young comeback player of the year? Nah. Got to go to Joe Burrow. Or not Joe Burrow, sorry. You know what? It might have to go to Joe Burrow. Stroud going to take a read option, and he is taken down by Khalil Mack. That'll go down as a TFL, as that was a designed quarterback run. Kirk Colbang referencing to this channel. Heck yeah, man. I haven't seen him in here in a while, but makes sense. Yeah, that was awesome. Had conversations with him. I think he said he played with maybe Ray Rice in high school. I don't remember. Handoff here up the middle. Mixon's going to walk in untouched for the second time today. Houston back ahead in the second quarter. Darnold is also balling out, but what did he come back from, though? See, after Geno won Comeback Player of the Year a couple of years ago, the AP kind of put in a new criteria for Comeback Player of the Year, where you can't win it if you come back from just sucking. You have to come back from, like, I don't know, a setback such as injury or, I don't know, personal, really just injury, truth be told. Which I think Joe Burrow fits that description to a T. Extra point up and good. Houston's lead back to a touchdown. Well, if you guys did, that's awesome. Yeah, I thought I remembered him saying something about that in one of my streams not too long ago, but good to have you here. Commanders will play in my sim, I believe, on Thursday night at 8 p.m. as it sits right now. So there you have it. As the kickoff is underway, and it's returned once again by Darius Davis up the middle. And he will find a couple of Texans at the 29-yard line. And here comes Justin Herbert. Tim Patrick, I mean, it would be cool. I just don't see anybody else but Burrow winning that award. Saquon has to win Offensive Player of the Year. Although Jamar Chase could be an argument winning the Triple Crown, but Saquon, 2,000-yard season. And he did it in 16 games. Just remarkable. Depoy is a question mark, chat. I'll leave that one up to chat discussion. As this drive starts out with a handoff to Dobbins, and he is met immediately near the line of scrimmage, gain of just 2. Sean Slater saying that's probably my bad. Didn't send a good enough block there. Houston takes advantage of the miscue. Did Italy till February. Man, who do I got winning the Super Bowl? I think I got to go with Buffalo. My preseason pick was San Francisco, so I'm going to go with my runner-up, which is the Bills. Right side toss is out there. And going nowhere to J.K. Dobbins yet again. Saquon, honest to goodness, I cannot believe the Giants fumbled as bad as they did. Truly one of the worst management decisions ever. But you know what? It's the Giants. Herbert from the empty on 3rd and 8. Texan fans on their feet as they rush a 5. Coming in here. Flag is down, and so is Herbert. Hands over heads on the offensive line, and this one is going to stand with offensive holding being the call. Still was never enough for Trey Pipkins, and the Chargers will punt it away for the first time this afternoon. Tim Patrick's had 2 massive setbacks with injuries, and now he's solid in Detroit. He should win it. I mean, yeah, when you put it like that, he could. But how good has his comeback really been, you know? I don't know. On the field for the punts is J.K. Scott. This one will go back and away, returnable from the 28-yard line up to the 34 by Robert Woods. Hope you pick the Niners to win the Super Bowl next season also. Listen, I actually hit on it a couple of years ago. I predicted the Rams to win the Super Bowl when they did it that year. That was what, 2022? Would have been the year. Would have been the 2021 season, so 3 years ago. In the 2021 offseason, I projected a Rams Super Bowl, but that's about it. Stroud on 1st and 10 with a handoff to Joe Mixon, having himself quite the half. And it continues. Pick up a 5 on that one there. Talk more about this Houston offense who definitely has other setbacks. We talked about Stephon Diggs being out for the year. And now Tank Dell. They need their receivers like John Mechie and Robert Woods to step up big time. Nico Collins, obviously, more than likely going to have more of the targets in the actual game, as that run up the middle will be just enough for Mixon. Another guy that's going to have to step up. And he picks up the first down. Yeah, we'll talk about head coach firing as well. Doug Peterson saw the writing on the wall. Obviously, he was due to be fired for a while now. Jerron Mayo kind of surprised me a little bit, but Robert Kraft holds a high standard in New England, so You know what? Not too surprised as Stroud midway through the opening quarter goes downfield wide open. Joe Mixon busted coverage, and Stroud is over 100 yards passing 15 minutes into this contest. Had to feed the fam. Heck yeah, I heard this fit. Would ask you to curse the Falcons, but they did it to themselves. They really did. Yeah, not a great year for your Saints at all, actually. Rough to watch that offense, but hey, at least they were at 32nd in scoring, Browns. And here comes C.J. Stroud. Off his back foot, downfield he goes, finds John Mechie. Another feel-good story in the NFL. Diagnosed with cancer during his rookie season. Good to see him on the field, fulfilling his dreams, playing football just the way it should be. Browns really had the most expensive offense in the NFL just to have the least points per game. Yikes. Red zone is in front of C.J. Stroud. And you know what else is? It's the end zone back of it. It's going to be tipped up and incomplete. Derwin James had a play on it. Would have liked that one back. Should have been intercepted. It'll fall harmlessly to the ground as an incompletion. Small victories. Didn't allow a single Kirk Cousins touchdown. Hey, you know what? Our win's a win. Small victories for us, too. We beat Baltimore and Pittsburgh in a 3-win season. Small win for me. 4-man rush to the screen pass left side. A wide open. Joe Mixon got a block inside the red zone. Executed to perfection with a 12-yard pickup. Like Mike McCarthy, as a coach, if we come across Ben Johnson, we got to fire him. I agree. Ben Johnson is going to be on pretty much every vacant head coaching spot. At least their radar. He has no choice. He's going to have a lot of opportunities, and he'll probably get a very good spot. Bunch formation right. Stroud is sacked by Khalil Mack. His first appearance in the backfield since the previous drive, adding to his TFL with a 5-yard sack. Why not? At least you were 31st in scoring. Well, yeah. I actually would have rather been 31st than 32nd, but unless you're talking to Santorio, I get it. Still, though, it was rough. Hey, that game against Denver was fun, though. Our offense looked good. Second down, 15. Fullback is in for Houston as Mixon plunges forward. Getting back 4 of the lost yards from the sack taken. And there you have it. McCarthy offense stuck in the 90s. Well, maybe you guys actually need a 90s head coach. The Jameis experience. I miss it, man. I really do. 3rd and 11 here for Houston. Longest third down faced today for either team. Stroud will fire to the back of the end zone. It is caught, but nowhere near the boundary. That'll wind up an incompletion, and Houston will settle for 3. Wonder who the Browns are going to draft? You know what? I have a really strange feeling that if Tennessee drafts Cam Ward, as Fairbairn is going to knock this one through from 33 yards away from the right hash. Ready to make this a 10-point game. It is up, and it is good. I've got a really strange feeling that the Browns would be a perfect fit. And I say that in more of a disastrous way than I do a positive perfect for Shedeur Sanders. I mean, I would prefer Cam Ward, and if we can't get him, I would like to trade our second overall pick to either like the Giants or, I don't know, what's another team that might need it? The Raiders? Something like that. I'd like to trade that away, if possible. And we'll take McMillan from Arizona further along in the draft as that return out to the 25. But truly, I think we're probably going to end up taking Shedeur, which sucks. Unless we try to trade for maybe J.J. McCarthy this offseason. It's a possibility. I would prefer Cam Ward, though. If I had the choice right now, I would take Cam Ward. Loved what he did at Miami. So why not us? First stop today for this Charger defense. Makes the lead 10. There's Ladd McConkey. His first catch today is good enough for 10 yards after his fumble on the second Charger kick return. Jameis experience sounds like a late night show, but it features crab legs in the break room. You know what? It probably would. If that were a reality TV show, Jameis is just that cool. Approaching the 2-minute warning, it is Herbert making some adjustments as he fires to the sideline. A wonderful catch, even better throw to Joshua Palmer. Right across midfield he goes. Are we going to try Myles Garrett? I think he is going to stay, according to what Andrew Berry said today. I think by the trade deadline next season, given how brutal our schedule is, he will be gone, yes. I would love to keep him, but it's probably not realistic. What up, King Chavez? As we have hit the 2-minute warning with the acceleration of the clock. 14-24 is the score. And an offensive battle in Houston. Winner of this game potentially would play the Kansas City Chiefs as that check down is caught for 3 yards. Will be the third meeting of the season between the Chargers and Chiefs, as Kansas City with the season sweep yet again on LA. And as for Houston, looking for an upset that would shock and flip the postseason on its head. 2nd and 7, pass down the middle's low, and it's hauled in again by Disley. Hit hard at the 24, Justin Herbert. He eclipses 150 pass yards on the afternoon. When Jameis said, "Deliver me from these pick sixes," I burst out laughing. Yeah, it's a very Jameis line. But, like, even though we were losing games, hey, it was so much fun. I went to that Browns-Steelers game, the Snow Globe game, as they call it, in person. Had the time of my life. So much fun watching Jameis ball out there as Disley seemingly slips on that one. Gains 2 yards on the check down pass. Anybody watching Raw on Netflix? Funny enough, I was actually watching like old replays from like 1998, the Stone Cold era, at like 2 in the morning. That is a very random thing, but yeah, it is true. Herbert on 2nd. Nate will fire this one off his back foot accurately inside the 10. Joshua Palmer. Timeout taken by Harbaugh. 32 seconds left. Chargers trying to make this a 3-point ball game before halftime. No, I was just there as a fan, diehard Fitz fan. That is my college team, I guess you could say, since I go to a D3 college. Goal to go situation again here for LA. 2 for 2 in the red zone. Herbert will fire left side, caught by Hayden Hurst out of bounds at the 1. Honestly, the funniest guy in the league. I don't care if he's not that good and needs to be starting somewhere. Yeah, I need Jameis Winston content 24/7. Send him to, like, you know what? Take him back in New Orleans. I don't see why not. Bad angle, but they save their timeouts. That's all that matters. 2nd and goal. They will try to punch it in with Dobbins right side, and he is cutting upfield. Not going to break the play, and he'll lose a yard, actually. And they will take their 2nd timeout with 25 seconds to go in the half. The Jameis Winston Comedy Club, I would attend. Got no choice. Tennessee would be a good fit for Jameis. Why not? I wholeheartedly agree with that. Chargers at the 2. Looking to punch it in would be disappointing if they could not. Handoff up the middle, and it will be a touchdown for LA. 22 seconds to go in the half. And Dobbins finds the end zone from just a yard out. Another good drive there from Justin Herbert. Chili with the 5er. 49ers will go 14-3 next year. Easiest strength of schedule. No offseason injuries, so we will be fully healthy. Purdy will get paid, and we get O-line in the draft. You know, I actually could see that. I feel like San Francisco was a very inconsistent team, right? You either, well, I guess that is statistically proven, that you either miss the postseason or make the NFC Championship game or further every season. So next year might be your Super Bowl year. Although there should be question marks around Kyle Shanahan. I'm not too sure about him still. Never have been, to be fair. Yeah, but yeah, once again, thank you for the 5er, Chili. W Mets. What up, Eagles Pro? You may have already been in here, may have already said hello to you, but haven't seen you in a while, so if not, hello again. As the kickoff is headed in Houston's direction, still got 22 seconds and all 3 timeouts. Depending on the return spot, could put some more points on the board as Woods only finds the 26. They might just be complacent to taking a knee and sending us to the break with 45 combined points at the half. That is a hefty amount. Well, they got one like to give. Amen, brother. Give 2K Madden, and it will be the most realistic sports game. Hopefully that actually happens soon. I know there have been talks about it, but we can only verify that when it actually gets announced. Maybe soon. Stroud will hand off here to Mixon, and he is going nowhere. Denzel Perriman, nice tackle made there at the 29. I believe that's who that is, at least. Could be wrong, probably wrong. But it's all good. There you go. Strength of schedule is algorithmically, I'm not even sure what word I'm going to use to describe it. But there is an algorithm that gets repeated consistently. NFL roster guru, welcome back, my friend. Glad to have you in here as well. Giants' schedule next season is brutal. They actually have the hardest strength of schedule, Brendan Marks, so get ready for another brutal year in the NFL because the NFL just blatantly hates the Giants, so it seems. Browns are in the top 15. I did see that. Kickoff is away, and our second half is underway here in Houston as Stroud will take over at the 30, looking to extend their lead. All right, so let's read the Browns' home schedule to you guys for next season. We're going to go game by game, and you guys are going to tell me how many games the Cleveland Browns will win at home. This might be the most brutal home schedule in NFL history. And I'll read it to you after this play. To open up the second half from C.J. Stroud, it's a play-action pass, and he got just enough time in the pocket there. Find Robert Woods. All right, our home opponents. Obviously, you got the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Steelers. Some might argue that is 0-3. Others could argue, hey, that might be 3-0. We actually went 2-1 in that stretch this season, despite going 3-14. I will take 2 of those wins. I think we get Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. I think we lose to Baltimore at home next year. And we'll move on to the next squad of teams here in a moment. It is Stroud on 2nd and 4. Backpedaling, now firing off his back leg and finding 13 more to Robert Woods. Our other home opponents include the Buffalo Bills, the Green Bay Packers, the Miami Dolphins, the Minnesota Vikings, the San Francisco 49ers, and finally the Tennessee Titans. Stroud near midfield. For the 49, he will set back and fire at left side. Out of bounds it goes to the opposite 49-yard line. Anyways, you know what I should have done actually is set up a Wildcard weekly pick'em. I should have done that. I'll have that ready for the divisional round if I can remember, though. That's for sure. 2nd down and 8. Handoff to Joe Mixon. Nice move made there on the gap. And that will save a loss of yardage at the very least. What up, Cincinnati Buckeyes? Buckeye fan going for the Texans may as well. That makes complete and utter sense. Not sure an Ohio State quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl, at least as a starter, so that would be pretty cool. As a Buckeye fan, I could concur. 3rd and 6, big play here for the Charger defense, and they are unable to stop the fortuitous pass there into the hands of Nico Collins. Good play again by Stroud. Browns probably going to win 3 of those. Honestly, it could be as bad as 1-8. Truth be told. And for the first time since probably 2018, I'm going to be predicting a losing season for the Browns next year. More than likely, 7-10. But you know what? All I care about is a step in the right direction and potentially a future franchise quarterback. Stroud off the play action, going deep downfield, and it's caught by Collins. Playing defensive back right there, and he probably saved an interception, turned it into a completion. How about it? What's up, Bolt? Welcome. Heck yeah, Bolt. This time it might be Bolt. I don't think it's evil Bolt. On the cusp of the red zone, it's a handoff to Mixon. Nice move and a spin as well. We'll find 7 more. Morgan Fox on the tackle. But not before the red zone is broken into yet again for this Texan offense. They have practically lived there today. Jolt Lurkin. What's up, Camu White Sea? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? I have not done my official playoff predictions yet. Based on just a little basic look at it, I will go with the Bills as another first down is picked up by Joe Mixon. That does have potential to change, though. We'll see what happens. Reveal spin. Well, that works out then. Yeah, I have all the favorites winning the first round. Both 5 seeds and then the 3 and 2 seeds from both conferences. Just feel like the Worst teams are just more injured right now. As Stroud fires down the middle, caught by Collins, although he's trying to shut me up and show me a Houston win here at home, at least in Madden, with a gain of 7 into touchdown territory. See, I feel like the Lions get upset maybe in the divisional. Call me crazy, but it might happen. Jaden Daniels might take him down. 2nd and 3, Stroud deep drop, and he will fire to the back of the end zone, and there is the interception. The play that had to be made by the LA Chargers is made by Cam Hart. And our red zone turnover could be a pivotal turning point in this one, midway through the third quarter. Love how I contradicted myself there with saying Jaden Daniels is going to take down the Lions, as if I had them winning the first round to begin with. I think it'll be the Buccaneers in the wild card for right now. But yeah, I'll do my wild card prediction after this. Put it in the Discord for those of you that are in there. Loaded backfield with a fullback at side end and a running back on the opening play of this drive that could take the lead back for LA for the first time since it was 7-0, and Herbert trying to escape, and he will finally break a positive run for just 2 that time. Yeah, Tampa Bay will host the Commanders on Sunday Night Football in our second to last wild card game. You know, the first year of Super Wild Card Weekend when they had 3 Saturday and 3 Sunday games, that was the best for me. I wish there wasn't a Monday game, personally. Herbert off the play action in the I formation, going to step up and take off again. Gain 7 this time. Won't mind that one bit. Yeah, a Rams loss and a Buccaneers win. It's actually beneficial. I would much rather play the Commanders right now at home than the Vikings at home, that's for sure. 14-3 to a 5 seed is wild. 3rd and a yard. Blitz coming. Herbert unfaced finds Ladd McConkey racing up the sideline, and a touchdown saving tackle is made at the 47. The Mad Lad himself having himself quite a sensational rookie season too. I am a Browns fan, so rough year for me, but you know what? It is what it is, Ben. It's what we get for trading Baker and signing Deshaun to that despicable contract. Is a crosser to Quentin Johnston. It is complete. Herbert, over 200 yards passing. Oh, that 8-yard crosser. Yeah, it's all good, though. Everyone on the Packers so hurt. I mean, yeah, they are just crumbling right now at the worst time. Sometimes that is what happens in the NFL, though. That's why I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off in Philly. 2nd and 2. Play action pass for Herbert, and he will find an easy check down, which will move the sticks. Need a quarterback, we're fine. I think we need more than that. Probably need a quarterback, maybe another running back. Cam Scatterby would be an absolute dime in our backfield. And probably one more wide receiver to accommodate Jerry Jeudy. But yeah, honestly, our defense was not that bad this season. Herbert from the empty on 1st and 10. In field goal range, but looking for a touchdown, finds McConkey. Moving the chains yet again. And just make sure you point with one finger and not 2 when celebrating a first down, or officials will think you are insinuating a weapon, which happened to Jalen McMillan. Almost cost the Buccaneers a playoff berth because of terrible officiating. Scatterby to the Niners. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Handoff up the middle to Dobbins. Gain of a yard. In a perfect world, he would get what he wants, but I don't know. What's CMC's status? Is he coming back next year? Going to be okay or what? Actually, Deshaun Watson right now, according to Andrew Berry, has a pretty big setback in his recovery process, and if he's unable to play next year, the Browns will save about $44 million in cap space. So there is that. Herbert off the play action, pressured immediately, and that forces the incompletion. Welcome back, Willie. Glad to have you back as well, my friend. That is a good point, Chili. Think you would get fined or penalized for pointing a middle finger? I mean, probably, but you're going to get fined or penalized for celebrating either way, so I may as well go with a bang, you know. Less than 2 to go in the third quarter. Screen pass set up to Dobbins. Up the sideline, he flies and glides to a 4th and 1. A choice to be made for Jim Harbaugh. Oh, boy. I did hear that, yeah. I think Tyreek's gone, for sure. Would be interesting to see where he ends up this offseason. And Jim Harbaugh elects for the conservative route of the 2010s coaching style, going for the tie. Here in the third quarter, kick is up and good from Cameron Dicker. A 31-yarder is through the uprights. All square away at 24, looking for a second consecutive overtime stream as the Lions took down the Vikings in overtime just a couple of nights ago before, in actuality, it was a blowout win. Jahmyr Gibbs with a 4-touchdown night. That's incredible. Want to sleep, but I got homework due tonight. Homework due was crazy. Didn't you, just go back to school, today, probably? Return is taken from the 5-yard line of Houston. Up the middle and some special teams almost coming into account. Cameron Dicker with the tackle. How about it? Does feel like forever ago. I was very nervous that day because I had him as my first rounder in fantasy. I ended up trading him for McLaurin and then later Cooper Kupp, who lost me my fantasy postseason opening round because he and Amari Cooper put up a combined 0.0 points. Splendid. Minute and a half in the third. Stroud puts Mechie in motion this time. And a handoff to Joe Mixon. Stiff arming Khalil Mack, and he will turn nothing into something with a 2-yard pickup. Poona Ford with the tackle. Stoughton, Oklahoma. We are getting hammered here in Ohio. Snow day today and tomorrow. Nice. How about it? Well, I return to college next week, so still going to do streams from my dorm for the Divisional Conference Championship and obviously the Super Bowl as well. Pass down the middle, caught by Schultz, and he will find 4 yards on that one. This is a crucial third down coming up here. Final play of the third quarter, perhaps, depending on what will happen. Always depends on location, obviously, but yeah, some unexpected places have been getting snow, I guess. So there is that. 3rd and 4, C.J. Stroud looking to put pedal to the metal. Offensively, Stroud finds an open target at midfield. It is a first down for Mechie, and the Texans drive continues. Snow is cool until it's not. See, in my opinion, December snow is awesome. It fits the holiday season. Once you get to late January, it just becomes a nuisance. With school in school, though, like elementary school, when class got canceled, you could just hop in prime Fortnite, But getting college classes canceled is pretty cool, too, I guess. Fourth quarter is underway as both teams have put up 24 points of offense. Who will break away the fourth quarter? Joe Mixon not breaking away anywhere. Henley with a big tackle. Joey Bosa in the act as well. 2017, holy cow. It's been a while. I'm assuming you guys probably got a lot of rain then the last 24 hours. Or maybe that just missed you as well. 2nd and 9, nearing Fairbairn range, although it's been inconsistent this season, so would love a touchdown as Mixon getting in the action receiving-wise with a first down catch. Yeah, Santorio, not sure if you heard the news or not. What's up, by the way, Joey? Roads travel today, but an earlier snow day. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Sometimes that happens. I will actually be in your neck of the woods. I will be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl here in about a month's time, working that event through my school. Stroud off the play action on 1st and 10, stepping up in the pocket. He will slide down, saving himself a big hit with a 2-yard pickup. And the clock keeps rolling. Hey, Snow, because you got a shovel. Honestly, it's a very peaceful experience shoveling snow, in my opinion. Pretty cool, I feel like. Minute and a half through the fourth quarter. Stroud pointing out linebackers as Mixon goes left side. Got the benefit of a tackle as he hits the 100-yard mark in a playoff game, which is pretty significant for the former Cincinnati Bengal. Looking forward to it. Get the Super Bowl experience and a Kendrick Lamar concert. It's the best of both worlds. Another crucial 3rd and 5 here for Houston. And they give the ball to Mixon left side. Got good blocking. And he will find the 10-yard line. Not quite a goal-to-go situation, but a huge first down in the fourth quarter. Shoveling snow is a lot of fun, in my opinion. Can get tedious at times, but I don't know. The snowblower is pretty cool too. That's how you know if you're from the north, if you own one of those. Everybody probably owns a shovel. But unless you own a snowblower, you might not be in the deep north, as that is another handoff to Joe Mixon. 5 more yards picked up. And a whole lot of time coming off the clock, too. I will be there from Thursday through Sunday, the Super Bowl. Probably going to leave Monday morning, I believe. So looking forward to that. Truly going to be a once-in-a-lifetime. Going to be so many celebrities there at the Super Bowl. Trying to get as many pictures as possible. Straight off the play action to the end zone. Touchdown, Nico Collins. And Houston takes the lead back. W. Chili. That is a questionable name, not a... Yeah, I mean, that's just the name of the item. I'm not the one who patented it, so don't blame me. Reiterating somebody else's work, I guess. 6:56 to go in this one. Extra point is up, and it is good. Texans lead is 7. 10 play, 65-yard, 4-minute, and 33-second drive for C.J. Stroud. 31 points without Diggs and without Tank Dell. What a performance here for this Houston offense, says their defense looking to put this game away with the stop or two. See if they can get that going. Probably a good time to say. Appreciate you guys joining me here today. Looking forward once again to a long week of streams, as this is 1 of 8 in the next 6 days. Says Lad McConkey gets another shot at a kick return. This one a lot better than his first one, which he fumbled out to the 33-yard line. Justin Herbert ready to go to work yet again. That was the 2022 streams. We're leaving that in 2022, Chili. Brodo's missing a little bit too much. Pressure being shown here on 1st and 10. And now a screen. It's at Dobbins. Good blocking upfield. He'll take 7. Showed blitz. Turn into zone. Love Chili in 2022. Tag. Yikes. MSG Productions mass following January 31st, by the way. 2nd and 3. I formation look for the Chargers. Play action pass for Herbert and a check down to Dobbins up the sideline. Looking to truck a defender, unsuccessful. But he is successful in moving the chains. Another first down. What up, Vikings fan? Energy Productions. Can't forget it. I was in MSG Productions in 2022 either, actually. Fair enough. First down at 10. Herbert off the play action once more. And again, a check down to Dobbins across midfield. And he did get out of bounds there at the 49-yard line. Well, I was for a little bit there. Cold weather hater. Not a cold weather hater, per se. I'll take a 55-degree day over like an 80-degree day any day, though. That's for sure. NFL season simulator, yes, sir, Chili. Handoff to Dobbins, and he goes up the middle, running over defenders, and a first down picked up. Hootilius, yeah, you'll change your mind, yeah. Humidity is what kills the vibe for me. And we have hit set likes on the stream. Let's go. W's all around. Madden 26 with Ashton Genty. I can't wait for Genty to be in my games next year. That will feed families. Halfway through the 4th quarter. And a little reverse handoff to Palmer, and that is read well by Houston. Murray with the tackle for loss at the 40. 90 degrees is hot. Not going to lie. That is quite hot. Precious seconds ticking away for LA. Quentin Johnston at the top of the screen. Herbert launches deep downfield, got him in its stride. It's Will Dissly down to the 16. What a pass from Justin Herbert. And the drive continues. I would consider Oklahoma probably a dry state. And we're not talking the alcoholic dry. First at 10. Herbert from the 16. all day to throw, and he will fire again to his tight end. It's Disley. 11-yard pickup, 1st and goal, Chargers. Looking like back-to-back overtimes coming here. I guess it would have to technically be a humid state to form as many tornadoes as they do. Makes sense. Goal-to-go situation for the LA Chargers. Herbert fires, near side, caught near the goal line, out of bounds is Disley. 3 consecutive catches. That one down to the 1-yard line. Yeah, tornadoes are just like an every night thing. It's like nighttime television in Oklahoma. Whole lot of big bodies on both sides of the football. On 2nd and goal at the 1. Hand off to Edwards that he is not going to get there. The first of 3 stops made by Houston. Tornadoes are kind of crazy. Happens in Ohio every now and then. Was actually in the middle of one. If you recall, 2022, I had to take a day off of streaming because tornadoes knocked out power all around here. 3rd and goal for the Chargers. Herbert back to pass, end zone, and he will connect with the touchdown to Hayden Hurst. The Chargers an extra point away from a tie ball game. Jay Herbo on his revenge tour. A pass at the 1. That's how much Jim Harbaugh trusts his quarterback 1. And why not? 31-31 pending the extra point. I'm a Browns fan, my friend. Dicker the kicker. To tie the game, it's up. And he knocks it through. Still no extra points missed in the history of my channel. Maybe one day. Maybe next Madden. The day that happens, chat, that is pretty much the final box we have to check, right? We have kick return, punt return, onside kick recovery, safety, pick 6, scoop and score. Just about everything that you can imagine, except for a missed extra point. I don't think we have a field goal return touchdown, but that's kind of obscure. Texans with a chance to win the game on this drive. Robert Woods with a return to the 30. For a team that is yet to punt today, they got to be feeling good about their offense right now. Punt block, I guess we haven't had one of those. Maybe we have. I don't think we have, actually. We've come very close sometimes. Not an onside kick return for a touchdown, though. But that's got to be pretty hard to do nowadays since it has to be announced. Not sure that we'll ever see that, though. Play action pass off the rip, and that is caught near sideline by a man that graduated from my high school, Kate Stover, with his first catch of the game. So super cool. That'll take us near the 2-minute warning, but not yet. Houston wants at least one more step. It's a handoff to Mixon. Good blocking upfield. Good decision by D'Amico Ryans. 20 carries, 135 rush yards for JK. It is the man, J-O-E Mixon. 2-minute warning here at NRG Stadium. Tied at 31 and a shootout between the Chargers and the Texans for the right to move on to the divisional round next week. Stroud on 1st and 10. 3-man rush. Fires deep down the field. That is caught. What a catch by Robert Woods. Climbing the imaginary ladder into field goal range. And the Texans set up well. Got to take a second look at that one. Robert Woods. Upstairs he goes. Bringing it down the elevator. What a catch. Yeah, hurricanes too. That's a big thing in the Southeast. Forgot about that. Neither team reaching for a timeout. The Chargers may be the first, and a handoff to Mixon, who will gain 4, and there's the first taken by Jim Harbaugh at this point, hoping for a stop on the defensive side. So a first down and a Fairbairn field goal would win the game for Houston, given the time and the timeout situation. Well, how about this for an opening stream to the Wildcard weekend? Gotta love it. No shortage of entertainment, that's for sure. More tight ends out on the field. Right side handoff to the edge. It goes, and it will be a first down for Mixon. Inbounds. Timeout Chargers. 150 for Joe Maine Mixon. Katrina was overrated. Katrina was probably the most unpredictable in terms of its sheer power. But yeah, no, that was just a bit before my existence. Got to imagine this is going to be a run, but Nico Collins is in press coverage. If they do want to throw the ball, and it will be a handoff to Mixon. Up the middle. Losing a yard that time. Timeout. Denzel Perriman. 8-tackle game. How about it? For the middle linebacker. Very slept-on defensive performance today, considering his defense really has not gotten stopped today. Did force the one interception in the red zone earlier. Would love a red zone takeaway right now. Not a lot of optimism there. Joe Milton, Patriots legend Joe Milton. Another run here on 2nd and 11. Up the middle goes Mixon, 6-yard pickup. Time begins to tick away, and I think at this point, Texans could just take an E, kick 3, and be out of here. We will see if Madden concurs. Play clock got to go down as much as possible, although they snap it with about 10 on the play clock. Tackle made at the 8-yard line. And it really won't be much of an issue. They could kick it after they take a timeout near the end of the play clock anyway. Cammy Fairbairn trots on the field looking for a game winner. And here we go. Time is ticking away. Texans not reaching for a timeout. Fairbairn from 25 yards away to send the Texans to the divisional round. It's up, and it is good. With a second remaining, Houston takes a 3-point lead at home, and they might be ready for a matchup with perhaps Kansas City, which would be significant for C.J. Stroud. What's up, Charlie Avocado? C.J. Stroud's the future. He really is. Had a sophomore slump, some may say. But he's got to lock in 1 second. Could we have some late drama in Houston? Fairbairn on for the kickoff. McConkey and Davis back deep to return. And he's taken to the end zone, so Herbert will get the final say. Maybe a crazy penalty to end this one. Or perhaps a tip drill, Hail Mary, Washington Commander style. And here we go. Season on the line for the Chargers. The final play of the game. Herbert. Off his back foot, says a prayer to the sideline. It'll wind up being caught, but it will not matter. The Houston Texans hang on by 26 yards and 3 points, 34-31. C.J. Stroud and the Texans, despite their injuries, moving on to the divisional round. 65 combined points, and Herbert did as much as he could, but winds up just short. What a game between these two. What a way to kick off Super Wildcard weekend on this streaming end of things. Hopefully you guys did enjoy tomorrow night's game. Gonna be a banger. First, we got college football playoff game number 1 between Notre Dame and Penn State at 6:30 or 7-ish. I will not be commentating that game personally, but it should be a lot of fun. Regardless, college football has blessed us with a great stream in the past. And then after that, we have a divisional showdown for the 3rd time this season. The Steelers take on the Ravens in Baltimore. They split 1-1 in the regular season. Who will pull out the W? Guess we'll have to find out tomorrow night. Good to have all you guys in the stream, and we will see